Hey guys, and welcome to Raging Ronin's top 5 maps for Full Invasion 2. This was requested quite a long time ago, so I'm sorry I'm just now getting around to it. But here we go. So let's go ahead and get started with number 5. So here we have Amon Hen. This is a very basic and simple map, and this is going to be a recurring feature with the maps I like to play the most. This map is not broken, but the bots can get stuck, but you can still get to them, so that's how I define it as not broken. It's a very simple map. You have beds up at the top with your cabinet or your wardrobe, shield repair, and all that stuff, and it's just a basic, simple hill. They spawn down here. I'm just flying up here because I saw this little stone tower, and I was like, oh, what the fuck is that? It's pretty simple. Bots spawn down at the bottom of the hill at the end of the road and at the log to the left if you're looking bottom up, and to the right if you're looking top down. Um, so it's just a very simple map. I've won against the devs quite a few times on this map, actually. I don't have a problem with crashing most of the time because people don't spam barricades, which is nice. But fighting in this little courtyard here is the best, or this little forest, sorry, not a courtyard. Um, I've had a lot of good fights in there, and it's good cover against archers too. But it slows down cavalry, so that's a pretty good little map. Um, it's very fun to play sometimes. Very simple. And gonna be moving on to number 4 here. We have Asuka. Asuka? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's that one. This is the map that was brought over from Gecko Kujo, or vice versa. But here you have beds at the back, wardrobe at the back, all that stuff at the back, and you also have it in the front in that little courtyard there. And there's many little side streets you can take and move in and around. And I just like the general feel of this map. Obviously, this is biased because I enjoy Samurai. I enjoy Gecko Kujo. This map has a very big nostalgia feature for me. Holding on the bridge is a good choke point. Bots do not get stuck. I've haven't got to the devs on this map, but have never had a problem with bots getting stuck on the spawn or nothing like that. So a very quaint little map. Now, number 3. This is Little Japan. These number 3 and 4 are interchangeable for me, but this was here first before Amber. Asuka was introduced in Amber patch. This one is pretty much the exact same thing, with less side streets, more narrow corridor, but what it has that I wish the other map had is these little houses on the sides. And yes, you can go down this little path and you'll recognize it if you play on the other map. But you can go into the houses on the sides here. Come on, show it. Yes. And this makes for good archer vantage points, good little holdout areas, and I enjoy it. And it reminds me of Katakuta Town from Bleach. And anything that reminds me of Bleach is obviously going to make me happy. So moving on to number 2, this is Siege Camp. Yes, Siege Camp, that is what it's called. This is kind of like a Viking fort-ish kind of thing. I couldn't tell you if Vikings really had forts, but it's kind of like a camp, I guess, hence the name Siege Camp. But again, simple hill, slows down cavalry charges, longer time for archers to shoot them. These are all very functional maps, is what I try and like to play. And the bots do not get stuck. There's lots and lots and lots of room to run. My only complaint is that the beds are only located right there, and it's kind of a hike to get there. People do like to barricade that first gate, so most people go down to the first gate, hold it for like the first 15 waves, and then fall back. And I've beaten the devs many times on this. And for my number 1 favorite map, I have for you Native Ruined Fort. Ruined Fort Invasion is what it's called. Ruined Fort Invasion. Sorry, fuck that up. This is my favorite map, and yes, the bots do get stuck in the river sometimes. Just sometimes, but seeing as how most of the time I play on how you server on an admin, I just slay them, or somebody can go down and reach them and kill them. But this map is not played ever, like at all. The bots spawn everywhere. There's 2 main spawns for players, that little town and then that little stable I just showed. But it's got a quaint little river. It's got a graveyard with flower petals coming down. It's just quaint and lovely looking, and this one is more of the aesthetics looks for me. I really like the little village fighting. I don't really like the cavalry or the castles. I also enjoy this map because there's a dead horse, and I hate cavalry. But so this has been my top 5 videos. If you all agree, leave a thumbs up. If you don't, let me know what your favorite maps are.